to be able to shape experiences, make builds, and ultimately, take the time to get to know the Bay Area young people that really want to understand and learn a passion that for many years I've been able to enjoy.
Kachanik Rogers works 5 days a week at his new job, teaching classes and ensuring everyone has a safe and enjoyable experience.
Fall is still weeks away, but pumpkin spice season begins today at Starbucks. The coffee chain is bringing back its most popular seasonal drink, the pumpkin spice latte. It's also launching new fall favorites like a pumpkin cream cheese muffin, iced pumpkin cream chai, and a pecan crunch oat milk latte.
Food chemistry experts say pumpkin spice is a lot more than a seasonal trend fueled by social media. Dunkin', by the way, just launched its pumpkin spice menu last week. One food chemistry professor says the unofficial flavor of fall brings feelings of nostalgia, and many of the spices in pumpkin spice blends, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, allspice, have compounds that awaken the senses.
We have these wonderful natural compounds like clove. We have a compound called eugenol, which is it's a terpene. It's very cooling and a cooling sensation in your mouth. You have compounds like cinnamylaldehydes that are found in cinnamon, that kind of spicy flavor that you get. It's kind of biting, but it's also very seasonal.
Besides flavor, many of the spices have natural antioxidants, which can help heart health, lower inflammation, improve cognitive health. The official first day of fall is September 22nd. Andre, I'm concerned if you bring that pup home, will your existing pup know that you have been loving another dog?
Yeah.
Because they know, right?
They do
Sal,
know.
too, is...
But he'll be looking for the dog to play with him, because my dog's just loves to play all the time.
Friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Good work happening here to get these babes home
Look at this
here.
one. Yeah, look, you got it. Yeah, so they're almost up for adoption over at the SFSBCA.
Yeah.
So if you'd like, they need pets to be adopted. Look at this cute little one here. Look how cool. And it's got 2 other ones that go along with them as well. So head over to spca.com or .org, I think, and you can check out these animals for yourself and what else they have. And donate some time, too. They need that. All right, welcome to Take Two. Andre Sr. here with Gassia Michaelian and Sal Castaneda. One of the big things that we've been following over the last couple of days, the Pickett Fire since this past weekend. Containment is finally growing now, and that's partly because of the weather conditions that we've had across the Bay Area and the region as well. So I wanted to get people an update on where the fire stands right now. We have, you see this is what was happening yesterday as fire crews were continuing to douse the fire. 15% containment is where things are at right now, and it's burned about more than 6,000 acres of land at this point, significantly increasing since Monday. But they are making some improvements here, and Tom Vakar was up in that area in Calistoga. He filed this report on the latest on the firefight in that area.
Our investigators located a second deceased victim within the heavily destroyed portion of the apartment complex.
An early morning fire that tore through a San Rafael apartment complex has now claimed the...
All right, so this was a San Rafael fire as well, because they found a second body in the San Rafael fire. So we're going to get to that shortly there. But going back to the Pickett Fire, the big story on that was the containment increase. 6,000 acres are burned, with firefighters making progress in getting more progress in getting the flames under control here. We're actually going to take a quick break and be back after this. Roberta Gonzalez joins us now as we've been following the Pickett Fire, 6,000 acres burned, 15% containment. Roberta, the weather has been helping the fire a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about how the weather is in Calistoga and what it's going to look like today as firefighters continue the battle of flames?
It's a very good question because there are pros and cons. This fire started 5 days ago when we were in the throes of our very first heat wave here in the Bay Area for our summer season, and we're talking about temperatures well above average, something that we have experienced before. It's just we have not been acclimated, or has our terrain. We are extremely dry. We have a lot of fuel in that particular area to burn. The good news about all this is it's pretty much heading towards, if not even encompassing now, the fire that burned in 2020, the glass fire. So there was already some burned fuel there. It wasn't fresh fuel that had already dried out because of our summer season. Now, as this morning, I was just overwhelmed by the fact that I took a look at our marine layer, 2,000 feet deep, and it had streamed inland a good 45 miles, touching Sonoma County and Marin County and heading towards the Calistoga area. What that means is relief, a lot of cooler air mass. And even if it did not reach that particular area, you still have, driven by the marine layer influence, the winds that blow in that cooler air mass. Certainly good news there. Temperature, good news. Not so good news is the wind still. We've had a very windy spring, a very windy summer season, and now the winds are shifting to the northwest 10 to 20. Again, that northerly wind adds a little bit of relief. It allows a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere. The relative humidity is a little bit higher, but we still have wind, and the wind does drive a fire.
And it's going to continue at this clip, I guess, for several days, or what's the expectation?
Probably just next 24 to 48 hours, and then the temperature begins to rise again with another shift in the wind. And the Calistoga area on Saturday should reach a high temperature of 95 degrees. So you want to do the work, and you want to do it quickly now.
Right.
So there is a timeline essentially for firefighters to try and do as much as they can in this window.
Exactly. With this relief in the weather pattern right now, you have to take full advantage of it. And the temperatures are going to start to accelerate by Thursday, back into the 90s again, into that area, before we take a little bit of a nosedive on Monday. What I've also been very grateful for is we've had so much monsoonal moisture circling around the Bay Area, being fueled from the Arizona area into Nevada, then lifting up through our Central Valley, nicking our South Bay, nicking our East Bay, nicking portions of Sonoma County. And when you see that, that's when you have to start talking about dry lightning. And what does dry lightning do? Causes fires. In fact, today in the Greater Lake Tahoe area, we're anticipating more of that activity. They were inundated over the weekend. They have more of it again today, and the flash flood watch is in effect from high noon until 9 p.m. for Tahoe. So again, that monsoonal moisture doesn't do us any good here because it comes in the form of lightning. So we're keeping a watchful eye on that, but I've been very grateful it's been diverted away due to, you know, I don't want to get too technical here, but we have a trough offshore that's kind of nudging it away from the Calistoga area. Good news there.
The Pickett Fire is the largest in the Bay Area so far this year. It's burning in an area that has seen fire before, the 2020 glass fire. And if we sort of look more broadly, the North Bay has been ravaged multiple times by wildfire. I can't help but go straight back to, I think it was 2017, the Tubbs fire, I think Atlas fire. So many people losing their homes, just, you know, widespread devastation. Now we're in a place where we didn't have a very hot summer. We're not technically in a drought, that we should always turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth, and that's not only to my sons. How is California's sort of weather and water climate different now than it was back at the height of those North Bay firestorms several years ago?
Boy, that's when we really have to wrap our head around, because the bottom line is still we've had a lot of wind, and the wind dries out the fuel. And when I say fuel, I'm talking about the grasses, the chaparral, the oak trees.
Yellow, brushy, scrubby looking.
Golden California, right? Yeah, all of that. And even though our temperatures haven't been amplified this year, it's still dry. And we could always use still more rain. But that has been beneficial for us. We've had, you know, a very mild winter, very mild spring and summertime. We had bountiful rainfall in the wintertime that did serve us justice. But then we had a whole heap of other problems that came because of the rain, and that happened to be the rodents.
Right. Oh, that too. And also, on those years that we do get that monster rain, fire officials say it's great for the water table and all that, but all that rain makes things grow, which then dry out come the summer months, right?
Yes, it's a circle of life. Yeah. It really is. I remember driving through the San Gorgonio mountain range and the San Bernardino mountains, and they were on fire, and I was just a little girl, and I said to my dad, oh, what is, you know, look, it's on fire, and it was so beautiful. And he said, it will come back. It's going to take a long time, but it's pretty much a circle of life. It's what happens, and it happens to be where we live, in a Mediterranean climate, and we're going through a lot of climate changes now too. what to expect coming up this winter. So far, my computer models are suggesting perhaps a below average rainfall winter. It's still months away, but that's what the computer models are leaning towards right now. So that's why we always have to conserve. And then if we see below normal rainfall, what does that mean as we enter 2026? You know, do we have to start conserving again? Because we get stuck in a drought situation very easily. And look what's going on in the Los Angeles area as well, right? They've dried out more than ever before, and they keep having these flash fires every single day. We're having these vegetation fires break out.
Roberta, there's a video you sent out this morning from Fox Weather I wanted to play for those folks. And Ken, if you're listening back there, it's on my my laptop. Kilauea volcano video that you sent out. That was pretty interesting. Check it out here. Spewing 1,000 feet into the air. That I thought it was. I just wanted to play that because I just love that it's, you know, I just love watching these videos. I love that you appreciate it. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I saw it right away, and I just love seeing that. I almost wanted to go there once a couple of years ago when it was erupting, but that's not necessarily a good idea.
Interestingly enough, I was there back in August, and I hiked in the areas where the lava is now flowing, and it was just dry and barren. They have hikes. They have it available to the public. So to see this now, I too want to go. Let's go.
Well, you're gonna. Well, I guess you're gonna have to wait a little bit, and then maybe when there's a time when it's not as bad again, you can go. But I just think it's just stunning, just the power of the earth, and you're looking at it, spew that lava out onto the ground. I remember a few years ago when I don't remember if it was this volcano, but another one, and it started going down into communities, and you see the lava encroaching on front yards close to homes. So it is dangerous as it is beautiful, just watching this. But I just wanted to play folks this video because I saw that you posted it. And
I was kind of scared when you said I posted a video. It's like, which one was that one?
No, you do such a good job. We have like any major company, we have a Slack channel for everything in the world, and you do such a good job of feeding really interesting, informative, visual videos to that. So we're happy.
Did you see the dog with the cone stuck on his head?
We did see that one as well. Yeah, it's a good way to share.
No, thank you. But no, the Pickett Fire, it's far from being over. I was happy to hear that, as far as containment is concerned, I see it keep bouncing between 11%, 13%, 15%, 17%, and I think that's what's going to happen. During this time that we're trying to get all boots on the ground to fight this blaze. One thing I did, if I may interject this, find very interesting, I've never heard before of an meteorologists on the scene. The CDF, they have their own meteorologists that are just out of this world brilliant. But the National Weather Service has been on the scene. CDF has called them in because it's such rough and rugged and ravines there. And when you have that kind of terrain and this kind of a fire, it does create its own weather.
That's right,
And so to hear that meteorologists are actually on the scene, that's fabulous. I just love hearing that. Plus, I love the story that Crystal Bailey did yesterday.
That was a fantastic story. The young man that came up with the fire retardant that is non-toxic, and it was used in Palisades Fire and being used here as well in the Pickett Fire.
And these are young.
15-year-old boys.
What were you doing at 15, right?
I was just trying to figure out what cereal I was going to eat for breakfast.
Messing around. All right, Roberta, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and be back right after this with an update on the San Rafael apartment fire that displaced dozens of people. Another grim find as the investigation continues into this. That comes up next after this. Welcome back to Take Two. I did want to get an update from KTVU's Henry Lee on the San Rafael fire. We reported yesterday morning that they had found a body,
right,
and now they found a second one. So here's Henry Lee's updated report from that scene.
Our investigators located a second deceased victim within the heavily destroyed portion of the apartment complex.
An early morning fire that tore through a San Rafael apartment complex has now claimed the life of a second woman. San Rafael Police Sergeant Justin Graham now confirming the victims were indeed the same two people who had been missing.
We are no longer actively looking for the two missing individuals, as we believe that they are the two that have been located.
The Marin County coroner identified one victim as 62-year-old Tracy Lee Lowmiller and is trying to ID the other woman found Sunday and determine how they died. It could take time because of the condition of their remains. The work also continues by San Rafael Police and Fire and Marin County Fire investigators to find the cause and origin of the blaze they've deemed suspicious. It broke out at about 5:30 Thursday morning on Canal Street near Hogue Street along the San Rafael Creek.
It's better to be ahead of it than find out something later on and not be prepared for it.
Police said investigators have not ruled anything out.
Anytime we don't know why the fire occurred, we want to take the worst case scenario, call it suspicious, so that we conduct a very thorough investigation.
The local investigators have also been joined by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. The ATF agents bring with them resources and expertise. Authorities want to know why the fire spread so quickly.
First floor to the top floor, from side to side and front to back. That is very unusual.
Deputy Fire Chief Robert Sinnott said the building passed its annual inspection last year with respect to its structure and common areas, but code enforcement separately looks at individual units and at smoke detectors every 5 years.
I can't confirm whether they are working or not, but every unit should have had at least one smoke detector in the building, in the apartment unit.
53 residents were displaced and are staying in temporary shelters. Debbie Murphy lives near the complex.
It's a horrific event that happened, and we hope that everyone that is, in the shelters is able to get placed. And I mean, they've lost everything.
San Rafael police are looking for witnesses, photos, and videos for the half hour leading up to this fire when it broke out at 5:30 in the morning Thursday. In San Rafael, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Developments coming out of that case, and what, 50 or 60 family people
displaced.
Were displaced by this, and seemed to be a lot of folks, adults that were living in that facility. So yeah, it's just sad to see that turn of events happening. So you got some new news happening.
Oh, are we going to totally shift gears? I think we are.
Totally shift gears. Yeah, we're going to shift gears only because we are out of break time, so we're going to take this story to the end of the newscast. Okay.
Do you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
Well, you found the story.
Here's the deal. So we're up here doing Take Two. We get a message from one of our beloved producers in the newsroom who mentions that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged, and she and I are kind of top-lining back and forth. And so no less than the Associated Press has confirmed the news. Taylor Swift put it up on her Instagram. I will read you the what we call the AP Associated Press Urgent, and then we'll contrast that with what I hope is an image of Taylor Swift's Instagram, because it is night and day. First of all, the AP Urgent reads, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged, the culmination of a 2-year romance between the superstar and NFL champion. Then take a look at her Instagram page, which is like just, florals, the biggest diamond ring I've ever seen in my life, two beautiful young people embracing, and I love the caption that she added to the post. She writes, 17 minutes ago, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. So there you go.
I mean, is that... I don't know.
Are you not happy on this news? Are you?
Whatever.
Are you a hater?
I'm not certainly not a hater. No.
Because some people, back when the whole romance was happening a couple years ago, during the football season, people were,
I don't care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the comments. Oh, I just ended up liking it, so now I'm going to get all Taylor Swift stuff.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
I don't think she allows comments, maybe.
I don't see comments. I don't see comments.
Maybe she turned comments off for this.
Maybe she has 1,936,490 likes as of right now.
Yeah.
I know people will be talking about it. It's interesting how, I read and listen to like a lot of mental health type podcast and news coverage, and one person back when the hating of this couple was going very strong.
Why were people hating on them?
People say, so the psychologists say, how you feel about your own relationship is reflected in how you project onto other people's relationships. So if you're not happy, if you're cranky, or maybe you're wishing you had a someone, or you don't like the someone you have, and you're like, they you know, why does everybody care about them? They should get out of the spotlight, blah, blah, blah. I look at these two, I have nothing in common with either of them. If you're happy, I'm happy, and it appears they're happy.
They seem like good people.
So yeah, why are we hating on them?
I gotta give her credit for her career. I mean, this is a woman. She wasn't. She didn't come from like. She didn't come from like means.
She did it herself.
Like she did it herself. Yeah. She wrote her songs. Yep. I remember watching some sort of documentary on the guy that was her manager or agent or something like that, and marketing her. I think I love that bootstrap type of mentality. So I got nothing. I mean, you know, if maybe she was like came from a family of musicians. I'm like,
right. She's not a nepo baby. As they say.
Like that. And you know, Travis Kelce does his football, you know, his football career that he's doing himself.
Right.
So I know I've got nothing to say.
Beef.
No beef. I've got no beef with him at all.
Okay.
You know, I just, you know, I'm not an entertainment type of news person, so I don't necessarily follow unless it's like, you know, controversial, you know, something like that. But this is like nice, happy news. It's great. People love it. That's fine. You know, to me, it's their personal life, so I don't really care.
It is. I mean, I remember it was a couple Super Bowls ago as Chiefs were playing, and it was kind of the first year they're like, will Taylor be there? And so I have a couple darling nieces, and one of them was sort of invested in this, and she could not care less about football, right? She's like her auntie. But every time they pop Taylor Swift up on the screen, she's like, oh my gosh, there she is, you know. So I thought, oh, that's nice. You know, like we're folding more people into the NFL audience and all that. So.
I mean, I thought that was interesting too, because like, although the beef I will have is with the NFL using her popularity to kind of recruit more people. I was just like, because it just got to the point where you're watching the games and you're like, oh, let's show Taylor Swift again, let's show her again, and they were just kind of using her because they know she had such a big fan base, which I guess is not bad business, But you know, it was just it became like super obvious that they were just like leeching off it, and I don't know if I don't think they pay her or anything. She's just like popular because she's dating the football player, and it's just, you know, and he's dating Taylor Swift, and so they're getting all this attention from all of that. But you know, not bad business, I guess. It's a smart business. And then was she showing up to a game, and she came from Australia. She was performing in Australia or Europe.
It was like the
and everyone was
timeline.
like, oh,
could she make it if her jet left?
She sure was there.
Blah, blah, blah.
She made it to that game.
Do you know what I love? And like, for two people who don't watch this, we're talking an awful lot about it, but.
Well, I mean, you know, I see it from the football side, you know, so I'll see, you know, I saw that play out.
Yes, you don't seek it out, it finds you when you're watching it.
Yeah, when I'm watching a game, Have
you seen the thing on social media where people who read lips, like, you know, because, I mean, poor lady has no privacy at all. So it's like a wide shot of her in like the fancy luxury suite, and she'll say something to a friend of hers. And then, so on social media, they'll be like, oh, like, let me lip read for you and tell you what Taylor is saying. And so they kind of tell you in real time. I tell you, I cringe. I wish this woman had some privacy. You know, I just think,
like,
how would you feel if every single movement was watched, and you can even whisper a quick aside to your buddy without it being amplified on social
like
media?
Trying to figure out what you said, and it might just be, you might be trying to talk trash about the surface here. Like, where are my drinks?
Exactly.
And you know, and then people are gonna be like, Taylor Swift got upset because they didn't bring her drinks. And she's like, it wasn't even that big of a deal, you know.
She's grown up in the limelight. She was so young when she started to kind of grow her fame, and you know, it's probably just, I'm sure people have asked her, how does it feel being like one of the world's biggest celebrities? And she's like, it's all I know. So
is that what she said?
I believe so. I mean, she was super young when she started. Her mother like would, you know, shop her record around, and she would be like in her room, you know, singing songs about being an adolescent.
She was one that performed at Levi, right? That one time.
She had a big tour.
And then it was like, it was crazy.
Last summer, late last summer?
It was either last summer or the summer before that.
Yeah, I think it was.
And it was nuts out there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, people were.
It was a whole thing.
Oh, that's where we learned about the bracelets. That's where I learned about the bracelets. Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool, because people, you know, they traded those bracelets.
Yeah, oh no, like they were going around our newsroom. People were making, my niece is totally into Taylor Swift. So isn't it funny how we lean on our nieces to keep us up to date?
Yeah, she's the one that told me that Facebook was for old people.
Oh no, can I tell? Oh my, I don't even tell you what my kids say about Facebook. But no, I mean, look, you know, as we kind of, you know, share more pictures, I will say, like I said, I have nothing in comming with either of these two. I do love seeing love, you know, blossoming, and I hope the very best for them.
Legit. Like, I mean, she, you know, she seems like totally into him, and You know, you'd be lucky to have a girl like her.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, you know,
She seems
in his eyes.
grounded.
Yeah, like I feel in his eyes, he's probably like, I'm the lucky one, you know, because he's like, you know, I get to, you know, she's like choosing me.
Right. Aww.
So, you know, I feel like he gets it.
Yeah.
You know, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
You know?
A nice note to end on.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So I respect her hustle.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. No doubt in my mind.
Absolutely.
I wish I was like half as talented as this one was.
Like a third, a quarter.
Yeah, even like a little sliver of any of it. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for watching Take Two. That's our fill for today. That's the exciting news. And it's going to make a lot of people feel good, too.
Yeah.
And thank you all those who commented on us. Yeah, hi, Mom, someone said on there. Thanks for watching us on YouTube as well. We'll see you next time.
Crack open a cold one. We're toasting to everything from sizzling summer sips to expert wine tips for special occasions. Sal's got your glass filled to the brim.
I'm mixing, tasting, and pouring my way through some of the Bay Area's best beverages.
Do you want to shake it? Sure.
Plus, a cheers to local makers and margarita lovers alike. Get Cooking with Sal starts now.
Hello, everyone. On this episode of Get Cooking with Sal, we're starting it off by shaking things up, literally, with the classic drink, the margarita. Our first guest is a master mixologist from San Francisco with a special take on this tequila-based drink.
Its origins south of the border, but America has adopted this delicious cocktail, and so are we here at KTVU as we welcome in Alicia Walton. She's the master mixologist at the Cesar Bar in San Francisco. It's in the Dog Patch, and today she is making the people's margarita. How are you?
Thanks, Frank. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you. What is America's love affair with the margarita? Why do we love it so much?
We love tequila. It's been the #1 consumed drink in America for the last 2 years is the margarita.
Now, I'm not a big tequila guy, but I can't get enough margaritas.
I mean, who doesn't love a margarita?
I know.
It's refreshing and delicious and usually pretty easy to make.
Easy to make.
Yeah.
Now, the people's margarita, what delineates that?
We're going to make the people's margarita today. It has some pineapple juice in it. So it's a play on a traditional Tommy's marg, which has Blanco tequila, agave, lime juice, but we're going to add a little pineapple for a little kick.
Now, don't you think we should have a national holiday for Margarita Day?
We do.
We do. But it should be a holiday because we love them so much. All right, well, take us through the process. You've made a few already, and we're going to bring the crew in a minute because they're drooling over there. But how do you make it?
So we're using Terramana tequila. Terramana is a premium small batch brand that's made in the highlands of Jalisco. It's founder Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock?
Yeah. He partnered with the family, the Lopez family. They've been in Jesus Maria for generations making tequila.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Something about movie stars and tequila these days.
They love it, yeah.
Mr. Clooney did okay.
Yeah, it's really important for Dwayne to have sustainability within this brand as well, and that's something that they really strive for.
Okay.
So a well-made tequila that's taking care of the earth. Terramana actually means spirit of the earth. So terra being land and earth, and mana in Polynesian being spirit.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
now the key is these little guys.
Yeah,
using
here, right? Fresh lime juice, quality products, but definitely having a premium quality tequila like Terramana.
Tequila, all right.
I swear I haven't had a shot yet.
Okay, maybe you should.